Hello, it's me, and I think it's about time I tried my hand at this double circle 3x3. So you know that I'm a pretty good fan of circle puzzles. Something about puzzles within puzzles that have always fascinated me. But what's interesting about a puzzle like this is how something so small and compact can pack so many different challenges all in one. So when evaluating a puzzle like this, first thing that we notice is that this solid sticker here, the solid center sticker, indicates the fact that this has a completely what I'll call bandaged center, which means that it's attached to this. It is not allowed to stay put. I guess maybe that's what bandaged would mean. Same thing on the opposite side. This is completely bandaged. When I look at the stickers here, notice this is a larger hole. This is a slightly smaller hole. The smaller hole indicates that just the center circle is fixed. The rest is bandaged to the corners. So that's for this side, and that's for this side. And then over here, the larger hole means that both the inner circle and the outer circle remains fixed on this side and this side. So it's a pretty brilliantly designed puzzle. If I were to move this side into this center, then same thing. So that's how you can get things scrambled. So what this actually looks like is this has a very similar homologies to the old 3x3, the crazy 3x3 plus puzzles. So when looking at a puzzle like this, it's kind of frightening to think about all the complexity of design here. So I'm just going to go ahead and try my hand at this. Scramble it and see how we do. So what kind of strategy would I use with this? Well, maybe I can let the 3x3 plus puzzles help me out a little bit. I did those many years ago, actually, did tutorials on them. So maybe I can, if I can remember exactly what I did with each one, that might be able to be helpful. So which one of those 3x3 plus puzzles had a similar design that I can use? Well, here, this one has this fixed here and here, while there's circles on all the other sides. So I'm going to go fetch the crazy planetary version that most resembles fixed sides opposite each other, and then circle sides that are stationary, non-stationary centers. So I'm going to go grab that now. So I decided there's actually a couple aspects, and I think one would be this guy here. This is the Venus cube. Now the Venus cube, just like here, if I move the top here, the yellow side, this circle is fixed. Well, not fixed, but this circle moves with the side. Here, this circle moves to the side, so it's completely bandaged. And all the other sides, the circles are fixed. So the circles are, I guess, not bandaged here. And if I move this side to here, I can see that similarly it's fixed. But if I move this side to here, similarly it turns. So in many ways, this may resemble what I get with the Venus cube. So perhaps I can use a similar mechanism. But it's not exactly the same because this circle is obviously not the same as this circle. So if I look at that, let's say we were to look at the outer circle being fixed here. The outer circle is also fixed, well, fixed here and fixed here. So we can say that there's a component of this puzzle where everything, if I just look at it at the outer circles, everything is fixed, well, everything is bandaged except for this. Except for this side and this side. Here, all of the circles are fixed. If I look at it that way, then just two sides have circles that are fixed. All the other sides, if I just look at the outer circles, have circles that are bandaged. Does that make sense? So in other words, two sides that have circles that are completely bandaged. So they're held to the side. But the inner circles are fixed on all sides, just like the Venus cube. However, if I look at it from the outer circle, all the outer circles are attached to the sides here, and only two have the outer circles that are completely fixed. So there's only one planetary puzzle where the two circles are fixed and all the other circles are bandaged. Now I'm not counting the inner circle, just the outer circle. And that would be the Saturn cube. So the Saturn cube has this one that moves, that is completely stationary. This one that's stationary. All the other sides have circles that move with the side. So if I look at these as though they were the outer circle, well then they're all, they all move with the sides. Where only this side is the one that has a circle that's completely stationary from the beginning. So this looks to be an amalgamation between these two puzzles. It has characteristics of Venus. If you just look at it at the inner circle, this inner circle is bandaged, and these inner circles are all fixed. So in that way it's like the Venus cube. Here, if I look at it as the outer circle, I have all these four sides that have the outer circle, oops, this way, all four sides here that have the outer circle that is bandaged. Basically by bandaged I mean it's connected to the corners and edges, and only two that have the outer circle that's fixed. So what strategy should I use? Well, it turns out that I might want to use strategies of both. So I'm going to take this opportunity on a puzzle like this to actually maybe go through a solve of all of these. And maybe we'll get a little bit of a review on how to solve these, only insofar as it helps me to solve this beast over here. Well, no sense in hemming or hawing about it. Let's just go ahead and scramble it. While I'm scrambling it, I'll just sort of show you the movement of the puzzle. This is what I would call a perfectly crafted puzzle. So we can start separating some of these inners and outer circles here. By that I mean it's about as smooth as I could ever hope for. Yeah, we're a little bit. There's a little bit of a drag with this white layer, but not so much with the yellow layer here. And all the circle layers are effortless. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing random scrambles. Now is a point of no return. Now when I put it into the green or blue layer, I'm separating the outer circle from the inner circle. So I'm just going to keep following suit just like that. Move that here. And now if I want to remove the inner circle here, well actually can't do that. If I want to move everything from the outer circle, I'll just move it to this layer here. This will juxtapose that to move this out. Okay, so I'm going to try to enhance the challenge. I figure there's nothing I can do about it. I've already scrambled it, so I might as well make it worth something. I'm going to try to separate these layers as much as I can. I'm going to use this layer to turn myself into another layer that I can move other circles. So this red layer, I just move the very outer circle, the very outer edges and corners. The green layer, it's the inner ones, so I can separate those out. There we go. Put this over here. So this is an incredibly playable puzzle. Let's just keep going with it. Again, I might as well enhance the challenge as much as I can. You sort of get a desperate, scary kind of a feeling knowing that you may not see this in a solved state until many frustrating hours later. But it will be so worth it. Okay, I'm already kind of getting a feel for what sides are doing what. Yeah, I'm very happy with the movement of this. There's really no catching on any of these sides. Just this white side, there's a little bit of a lag that I can feel. But as you can see, it's not really interfering with the actual scramble. Okay, very good. Move this out from here. Okay. Maybe I can do a little bit more of a scramble here. Alright. Are we good? Yeah, we're pretty good. Okay, so there it is. A scrambled, crazy 3x3 double circle puzzle. And I'm going to try to correlate that with some of these. So why don't I scramble these guys up here too? I may regret this. It's been a while since I've done this. Sometimes when I do a tutorial from years ago, I'll get questions about the solve. And to be honest with you, I don't always remember exactly what I did. But that's why I do the videos, to refresh my memory, to remind myself. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to see what I can pull out from my memory banks here. That's the good thing about pulling these puzzles off the shelf, is sometimes by not looking at what I did before, it won't prejudice my thinking, and I can maybe discover perhaps a better way. Okay, so this is a scrambled Venus puzzle. I hope it'll be kind to me. Okay, and here's Saturn. Let's go ahead and scramble this guy. It's been a while since we've worked on this, so Shame on me for not doing this sooner. Okay, I forgot this one has one that only has a couple sides. Move all these out of position. I remember when first working on these puzzles, just how scary they seemed to me. Still do. They're challenging puzzles, no doubt about it. When you're working with this kind of bandaging. Are we good? It looks like I still have a number of them. Okay, remember there's only two sides that allow me to separate it. That's why I'm having a harder time remembering where things go. Alright, now I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, that's not bad. Let's move this here. Okay, scrambled Venus, scrambled Saturn, and scrambled double circle. So how shall we begin? Well, I'm tempted to sort of work on the sides that have the most fixed centers. And the cube that represents that, I guess would be maybe Saturn, because Saturn has the top and the bottom. So I think what I did to start off with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off as though this were Saturn solved, because that has to do with reduction of the inner and the outer. So how do we do this? Well, I think what I did is I got the cross, the inner edge and the outer edge, opposite, the outer edge and the inner edge at the same time, and I would use the bottom part here to do that. So, so here's the white. I'm going to find all the white ones, and this is placed. So I want to place a white one here, an inner white one. And I believe what I did was I went like down, down, up, up. So basically, I'm just leapfrogging this from here to here and here to here. So it's going to be F-I-L, L-F-L-I. That puts it here, and I'm just going to move it into here. And then once I do that, I simply, yeah, just pop it up. So that's into here. So I'm doing this just kind of for practice. Where's another white one? Here's another white one here. I'm going to move this into this guy here. Then I'm going to go down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, and find a yellow one. Here's a yellow one here. So I'm simply going to move this up. Well, okay, see what happens. And 1, 2, so now this is in. So all I got to do now is move this here and bring it up. Alright, so I'm getting the cross. Okay, here's a white and blue. I'm going to match it to a blue right over here. Now I'm going to move this to here, but move it down to here and up to here. So it's going to be F-R-I, F-I-R, and then again F-R-I, F-I-R. Find a white one to bring up here. There's one over here. So I'm going to bat this out of the way, bring it up, move it in, and there that is. So I'm just going to bring this down to here. Oop. Oop, therein lies the problem. Okay, I see the issue. The white has to be over here. So to do that, I got to move it into this position. So I'm going to move this to here. Move this up. Bring this in. 1, 2. So that's here. Now I got to bring this down, and I think I destroyed something here. Oh, no, okay. I need to move a white one here, and boom. Okay, that's fine. And now this is fine over here. So I'm going to go 1, 2. This is here. Bring this in. 1, 2. Okay. So you can see I'm getting the cross on all sides. It's slowly coming back to me. Here's another white one. The green is already lined up. I got to put a white one just at the same level of the green. So I need to bring a white one up to here. So I'm going to move this into here. I'm going to bring this down. And I got to move this white up to here. It's got to be at the same level of the green, the same level of this side here. I did bat this out, so I got to be cognizant of it. Let's move this up. Pop it in. This is here. Now I can move this back and move this down. Okay. So I got the cross, and that's the first part. Let's do something similar here. Okay, so here's a white. I'm going to take the white pieces and I'm going to use the bottom piece to assemble them just like I did here. But there's a couple things I have to bear in mind. I've got more complexity here. Notice with this, I didn't really have to focus on what was here or here because it was all these inner edges. I've got two here. So I'm wondering if there's a Venus thing, but no, I'm still visiting Saturn. I'm still well within the orbit of Saturn for these orbits. I think what I need to do is when I move it in, I need to have these already in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, here's what's interesting. I need to have this already in place for a puzzle like this because this is bandaged here. So I'm going to think of this as the same piece. This is the circle that's over here. So although this is bandaged, this is not. This is how it was different. In Saturn, this was not bandaged. Here, I've got this middle bandage. I have to look at this as like a different puzzle, except for here. So this isn't bandaged, just like this, but this is. So I guess what I'd recommend doing is let's put these guys in. By putting these guys in, I don't have to worry about this motion when I move it up. It'll already be in. All right, so blue. Let's see, I got to move a blue one in here. And I'm going to have to do it from here because this will move it in the right orbit and move it in. Okay? Let's do the same thing for green. Where's the green? I have to move it in from the fixed, not fixed, but the bandage centers right over here. I don't want to move this out, so let's move this down here. Let's bring this in, move this up, bring it back. Okay, in and in. So that's the first part, is moving this. So now when I assemble these, well, let's see what happens. Okay, here's the yellow. Let's see, how are we going to do this? Orange rather. Here's an orange and white. That's going to belong over here. Now I think what I need to do is I need to pre-assemble these. But I think I'm going to assemble the white one first because this is fixed. So I'm going to go same thing, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, I'm going to pre-assemble a white one, an inner and an outer. It's right over here. So I'm going to go, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, to do that, I'm going to move this to this piece here so that I don't move this away. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, I've got a pre-assembled white. Okay, I lost sight of my orange and white. It's right over here. So I got to move this guy up. Let's move them out of the way, and we'll just move them up. Okay, so now I'm just going to go bang, bang, just like that. So now that I have all this assembled, I've got to put in this. Okay, so I'm going to go, well, I think what I needed to do is pre-assemble that, so I got to ignore this. But if I go down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. This is all assembled and I can move this anywhere here. I got to assemble this, but I think I need to assemble this. Yeah, because then I can move it in like that. Alright, this has to be pre-assembled. So I need to pre-assemble it and move it up here. Well, that shouldn't be too hard. I've got plenty to choose from here. And this is the area that I can do that pre-assembling. So with this here, I can just go boom. This is pre-assembled and this is pre-assembled. So I think all I need to do is let's get this out of the way. Whoop. Yeah, splat, move this up. This is pre-assembled. Move this in. And now I've got these assembled here, and I go 1, 2, and there we have it. So it took a little bit more doing, but I've got this reduced. Okay, I'm going to use that same technique. Find another orange. Any other oranges? Yeah, nope. Any orange right here. So this is an orange and blue. So I don't have to put in the middle blue, but I do have to put this in. But let's put in all of my oranges. I've got a couple more that was pre-assembled, so there's this. So we're going to go, whoop. I can't go like that because I'm going to move this away from here. So I'm going to move this out of the way here. And now go down, down, up, up. F-I, L-I, F-L. Okay, that's up here. I got to move this guy up, and I'm just going to do that. Splat. Okay. I'm going to put that in so this is pre-assembled. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay. I need to find a blue one, but not just any old blue. It has to be within this orbit. If it's in another orbit, I'm going to run into trouble because when I try to bring it out to here, it's going to not move correctly. So what I need to do is I need to take this, bring it up, and now I can go 1, 2, pop this into here, and I'll bring it down. Okay, so this is now ready. And now when I turn it, this is not the one that's going to stay. It's going to be this one. That's why I had to pre-assemble this. Aha, that's why I had to put this in here. Then I just go boom. Okay, so this is in. So I have to remember on the white and the orange, yellow rather, I've got to pre-assemble everything, but on the blue and the green, this just has to be into here. That's what I suspected. Okay, let's see another orange. Here's another orange and yellow, so I've got to pre-assemble everything. Okay, so here's a couple potential pre-assemblies in terms of yellow. Okay, so I can't pre-assemble it from this, it's got to be here. So I'm going to move this over here, move this up so this is pre-assembled, just like that. And now let's move this up here. Let's move this to a layer where they're all going to move at once, and I just got to get used to moving this down. Okay, let's move this to the top. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay, so I'm looking for orange. What was I looking for? It was this. Okay, so let's move this up to the top. Move it up. Bring it into here, and let's take this and move this back down. All right, now that this is here, I'm going to flip this so I can reveal the yellow. Orange, rather. And this is going to be down, down. And I have to do it from here, because if I did it here, and the inner circle was fixed, outer circle rather, this would separate. So we've got down, down, up, up, F-R-I, F-I-R. Brings this up here, and I'm free to move. So where this orange has to be is it's got to be assembled just above here so I can move the whole thing like that. Okay, so let's find a couple here. I've got some inner ones, but I've got to move one of these guys in. Do I have one down here? I don't. So let's move this down. Bring this up like so. Boom. Let's bat this out of the way. Bring this back down here. Bring this back over here. Okay, so I didn't do anything with this. And let's remember what we've got here. Did I take something out? I probably did. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, so let's remember what we did. We assembled this and turn. Okay, so we like this here, and we want to bring this up. I can't move it from here, so let's move it from here. That way I can do my down, down, up, up, and again, down, down, up, up. Okay, so now we just move this into here. Splat. Here's a problem. Oh, yeah, that is a problem. I need to have that assembled, this assembled here. So am I able to do that? Well, possibly, if I move it here, bring it up, move this to the side, and bring this down. And now I go down. Oh, yeah, I somehow have to move it to here, pre-assemble it over here. Okay. So if I have to pre-assemble it over here, I can move this here, move this to here, so that this is assembled. Now I can bring this up, bat this in and bring it down. I didn't destroy anything here, but this is in, this is good. Bring it in, and now this is reduced. Okay, so there is actually a method to the madness. It is kind of intuitive, but what I'm doing is I have to pre-assemble. I'm kind of figuring it out as I'm doing it, but here's the yellow, the orange, and green. This is already in. So now what I have to do is I have to pre-assemble all of the oranges and just this one green, and it's got to be a green from here. So that shouldn't be too hard. So let's find oranges. Here's an orange. I got to move this in conjunction with something like this. So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's bat this out of the way here. Let's move this in. Okay, now I got to move this up to get it out of this totally bandaged side. Bring this back here. I don't want to move this, so bring this over here, and now bring this down. Okay. Now I got to be very careful. I don't want to take out anything that I put in over here. Okay, this is still in. As a matter of fact, this green got in, but I don't know if it's the right green. Okay, so these oranges have to come in contact with each other. So I'm going to move this over here. Okay, I'm going to take this, place it down here. Boom. I'm going to take this, bring this over to here. Bang. Then I'm going to take this and pop it up here. Kersplat. Okay, so now this is assembled. So let's go ahead and put this up here. So this whole thing moves. So now both of these will move together. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, fully assembled. Now let's refine what I was, okay, it's this guy here. So now I gotta move this guy up. Let's go like this. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, okay, so now this is here. Now this looks like it might be fully assembled. But let's move this so that it's down here so it can't be taken out. So I got down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, the moment of truth. This is correct because this had to be within this plane, which means I can go down and then slide this into here. This is already assembled and up. And look at that, we have our cross. So it was a little more complex than this because I had to pre-assemble things, but you can see that by using my variable circle size, I was able to place that. Okay, well, we're still going to do Saturn strategy because now we want to fill these guys in. All right, so that would be the equivalent of turning this upside down and filling in these sides. So how shall we do that? What do we do? Well, I think what I'm going to want to do, let me think about this. Let me remember how we did this. Now what's interesting is these banded sides here are all in. I think that sort of just came out, and this is in here too. So that just came out as part of the symmetry of this puzzle. These are all completely bandaged. The parts that are completely bandaged, whoop, here, these have no pattern. These have no pattern, but the part that is fixed is already placed. So only the parts that are not fixed, that are bandaged, have different coloring. Okay, so I think what I did is I took these guys here that are not of this color, so red and blue, and this had to be fully assembled. So in order to go to here. I forgot how much fun these puzzles were. Anyway, so this blue will come over to here. Now I gotta line it up with the red. So I'm gonna do down, down, up, up to bring it here, then up to here. So it's gonna be F-I-L, F-L-I, now it's here, and again. So simple strategies. Now I'm gonna move this into a red, but the red has to be within this plane. I don't see any reds here. I see some reds here. So I'm going to move this over to here, bring this up, move this in, and I'll bring this down. Now you can see that this is in the wrong place, but that's fine. I can just go down, down, up, up, which brings it here, and down, down, up, up. Aha! I think I remember how I did this. So let's find all the other non-yellows right over here. So let's move this into a red or a green. Here's a red here, so let's just move this up, turn, and down. And now we go down, down, up, up. And I want to bring this green up here, down, down, up, up, down, down. Hopefully this is helping some of you guys who missed this the first time around. I need to bring a green from here or here. It's got to be in this orbit. I don't see any in that orbit, so I simply put one in that orbit. I'm going to put it down right here. Now it's in that orbit. I'm going to move it up, take this, wheel it all the way around to here, and then move it down to get this back in. Now remember I took this out, so this comes up. Boom. Okay, so I can't just move it to where I want it all the way to the side. I gotta hopscotch it. Oh, okay. Somehow I've got these two competing with each other. Let's bring this back, because it's not fair. This was already in. Down, down, up, up. Okay. This has to find its own red. And is this the correct red? No, it's not. The red has to come from here, and that's already spoken for. So what were some reds that aren't spoken for? Well, there's this. So let me go like this. I need to move it into here, and I need to move it into one of these planes, either by the orange or by the red. One of these orbits, rather. So I'm going to move it down so it's in the right orbit, bring it up, and now we'll go like this, bring this back down, and then put this back here. Okay, so now I can hopscotch this to here. Down, down, up, up. So there it is there. Down, down, up, up. And now here, down, down, up, up. Okay, so far so good. Why don't we do this one? Got it to a blue. Now let's get it to an orange. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. It's got to be in this plane. Got one right here. No worries. What have I done? Where did you go? Somehow I destroyed. Oh no, it's right here. So move it into here. Now down, down, up, up. So this is in. Our final color here. This guy. Move this to an orange. Now I gotta flip it to a green. Okay, I'm gonna take this out just momentarily. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, so okay, now I have to find a green in this plane or in this plane. I don't have any, so I have to put one there, and it's probably going to come from here. So I'm going where do you want to go? Well, let's temporarily put this here so that I can put this guy in. Up, up. Okay, now we can move this back out. Perfect. Okay, I got to find a green here. I don't have it in this plane, but I can use it from this one. I move it to the same side as this green. Let's bump this out of the way. I'm going to move this down like so. Bring it up. Well, here's a problem. I don't want this to participate, and it's about to. So I'm going to move this out of the way here, bring it down in this direction. Now bring it up, put it in, bring it down. Yep, bring it down again. Okay, now we go down, down, up, up. Okay, we have now placed all of these. Now I'm going to do something like that here. Now how do I variate that strategy? Well, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's go ahead and take a look here. All the non-reds, red, okay, let's try this one here. Green and yellow. So that's going to come down to here, and we're going to do the same thing. But I think what actually is going to come over to here. But I think we're going to have to pre-assemble it, and once I pre-assemble it, it can't move. Okay, so you might have noticed a change in venue. It was getting later at night, and apparently I was disturbing everybody's sleep. So I've come down here and hope that I won't disturb them. But when last we left, we were still orbiting Saturn, and we had placed in its rings over here. Now, interestingly enough, we've not really gone into Venus strategies as of yet, but I have a feeling that we might end up getting there. Now, the question is placing these. So what's the best way of doing that? Well, I think for the yellows, I need to do the same thing. I need to fully assemble them. For the blues and the greens, the ones where the inner circle doesn't move, I think these are already placed, so I don't have to worry about that. I just have to worry about these here. Just the outer circle edge and then the actual edge. So let's see, I was going to do this. So we want to place all of the yellows, and all of the yellows are going to be in this plane. And I somehow have to move this to here, but I can't do it from here. And I can't get it into here because these greens are spoken for. So how shall we do this? How indeed? Well, I think what I need to do is I need to first just move one of these in. Now I don't think it matters where, I just have to somehow get it into here, but this is spoken for. Doesn't mean it can't be done. I would just have to maybe put it here. No? Okay. I have an idea. The idea has to do with how I ended up doing these here, but there's an algorithm by which I would move these corners here to here, as I recall. Now it's not an algorithm that's any different, but let's say I wanted to move this yellow edge up to here. On the left side, what I would do is I would do F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I, and that effectively move this up here. And I think that was the next step, is I would move all these guys in. So I would take this and to move it up here, I'd move it to the side and do F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I. So I created the inner circle cross over here. I think I might need to do the same thing here. So what I'm going to do is, doing that same algorithm, if I do it from this perspective, both of these will end up here. If I do it from this perspective, only this will end up here. So by that token, I should be able to variably place different portions of my circles up independently. So let's see what happens when I do that. Now if I move it in from here, well, let's just move this up here. So if it's from here, let's do it on the right side so I can remember it. And that's going to be F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I. And sure enough, there it is. Now I want to move one of these guys in. Well, I would have to move it from here. Unfortunately, I can't put it in from here. So, let's see. I'd like to be able to put it in from here, but I can't with this bandaged side. I can only move it in from here. So somehow, I got to get this to here, or I have to fully assemble it from here. Okay, let's get this back. Well, indeed, All right, I think what I'm going to have to do, let's get this back down. I'm glad that concept worked though. F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I. And here it is. Okay. Well, actually, no, I was incorrect. It's going to come from here. Okay, that's easier than I thought. Let's just take this, slide it into here, move it out of the way, and, well, twice because I don't want to move this down yet, and slide it back. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. These are both here, and now that they're both here, I can move it wherever I want. So I'm going to move it in from, well, yeah, from here. Because once I get it to here, then I can just slide it like that. Okay, so let's move this up to here, and that's where it's going to have to stay. Because imagine if this is up here, and the green is here, that's where I want it. So I can move them both in this position, F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I, and there it is, perfect. So all I got to do is take this green and yellow, and go splat. Okay, now that I have that there, I can now turn this upside down and put this here, the outer circle. I don't have to do the inner circle because that's going to follow it. So we got down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, it's got to come in from this plane. I don't see it here, I don't see it here, I don't see it here or here. So that means I've got to move it in. Oh, move it in from here. So we're going to bring this down. Okay, pop this up, double turn, so this is all in, and bring it down. Boom, we got it. Okay. Oh, we don't quite got it yet because I moved this out, so I got to bring this down. Now I got to move this down to here. Don't worry about this. This stays fixed, so we just go down, down, up, up, and that's fully reduced. Okay, let's keep going with that. Anything that's not red. There's red in here, aha! Blue and yellow. So let's do that same trick. Let's go ahead and move this this to here. So I'm going to put this on a side where the outer circle is bandaged. We're going to move this up to here. So move it in. I did take this out momentarily. Pop this out over here. Well, not there because I don't want this to move here. And then pop this back. Yeah, okay. So that's now here. So now we can move this up. And I have to move it up from here. If I move it up from here, guess what's going to happen? Only this will go up. This won't. If I move it from here, they'll both go up. So it's got to be the white edge to move both of these up. So it's going to be F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I, and now it's up. Now understand something. I'm actually communicating with my future self right now to remember what the heck I did. So now I'm going to move this in, and bang, that's in. Now we're going to put this upside down to put this outer blue edge, and that's going to be F-R-I-F-I-R, and again, F-R-I-F-I-R. It really is very fun moving this puzzle around. Okay, this is in. It doesn't matter if it came from here or here. But this is in over here. So I'm going to move this up, move this into here, and move this down. And now this is in. Okay, doing good. So how about this? We've got white and we've got blue. But I need to move the white. I need to move it into here. Okay, is there any whites? Yeah, there's this. Okay, so let's find, like this guy over here, on one of the areas where the outer circle is bandaged. Move this into here. I simply move this up like so. Bang. Bump it out of the way and move it down. Splat. Okay, we haven't taken anything out. Now we're going to move this up. I'm going to do it from this side. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Okay, let's find our green right over here. Now let's swap this back over here. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Whoop. Find a green. It's got to come from this layer. Nothing here. And aha, right over here. So move it up, wheel it in, bring it down. Now this is in. We've got one more. So let's not break concentration. It's right over here. First, let's move. It's a white. We have to move a white one in here. So here's a white edge. I need a small edge here. Do I have any down here? I do, and it's right here. Okay. So basically, now these are both spoken for, so it's going to be a little difficult. So let's move this to this blue layer where this hasn't been used yet. So now I can move this down because this isn't used, so I can bump this out of the way, bring this in, move this up, and in that way I did not destroy any of these edges. Now simply move this up here. Whoop, I can't do it from this angle because only this will come down. Let's move it from this completely bandaged center, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. We're here, so now we have to move this one in place. Unfortunately, when I down, down, up, up it, it's going to bump heads with this. Down, down, up, up. See, it's here now. It's okay. Let's actually get this out of the way temporarily. Now we'll go down, down, up, up. Bump this out of here. Let's bring this back. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Okay? Simply move this in. Now let's move this upside down so that this can come in conjunction with it. Yeah, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, this is ready to receive it. So let's move this out of the way, bring this up. This will be received by these two and down, and we got it. Okay, so far we're still in the vicinity of Saturn, and we have ourselves the middle layer. Okay, now the top layer. This is where the real concern happens.